The next thing you have to look at is Pennsylvania, and he must win Pennsylvania as well.
How's Pennsylvania looking?
Pennsylvania's leaning blue at the moment.
7% reporting right
And that's all the mail-ins. The mail-ins are 76% Biden, which is what I told you earlier, that the mail-ins are going to be pro-Biden, and on the day votes are going to be pro-Trump. But he needs Pennsylvania. He needs Florida. He needs Ohio.
So Pennsylvania, the polls are still open?
Pennsylvania, I'll tell you in 1 second.
Well, it says open.
Hold on, I'll tell you in 1 second.
It's 10 p.m. there.
Pennsylvania.
Right? Oh, 9 p.m. there. Are we having
It says open, but it says closed at 8 p.m. Eastern time, so they should have closed about an hour ago.
Okay, so they have to count.
Yes, Pennsylvania closed at 8, but they're counting. And they're starting again with the mail-in votes, which is why Biden has such a strong lead at the moment. But in the polling, in Pennsylvania, Biden was up about 5 or 6 points in the average of the polling. So that's basically Trump's biggest hurdle to winning the election is Pennsylvania, because he's down 5 or 6 points there. So if he can win Florida, which it looks good for him now in Florida, Trump, then it comes down to Pennsylvania, and if he can win Pennsylvania, then you're really having a conversation about the election.
Well, that's what I said.
But I thought you were saying that was it, and he wins.
No. I was saying that was it, and then we could play the ad again.
Then he's in the ball game.
Everybody gets excited again.
Then he's in the ball game. He's in the ball game.
He's in the ball game. With the riots start, let's get the riots going. Let's get the bricks.
If he wins Florida and he wins Pennsylvania, what else does he have to do to win?
Ohio. He's got to win Ohio.
Now, what does Joe Biden have to do to win at this point?
If Joe Biden, first of all, Texas looks blue right now. I'm not saying it's going to stay like that. If Joe Biden wins Texas, it's game, set, match. It's over. If Joe Biden somehow comes back in Florida now, he wins. It's over. Game, set, match.
That's the problem is all my people from California bailed out of California, moved here.
All right.
There was a big push to turn Texas blue. That was
see myself, so that's good. We're almost there. Now I just gotta change something up real quick, and then we'll get this fucking show on the road. But do you feel peaceful and serene right now? Do you feel this background, how awesome it looks? You know, I want everybody to take a deep breath. Just calm down.
By the way, scroll down.
It's the first of many elections here in the U.S. It's gonna happen again. We'll all have this fucking time period where we all feel like the world's coming to an end, but it is not. It is not that serious.
But that's big too, because
That's all
Trump
we can
needs
do.
Ohio and he
Here we
needs
go.
Pennsylvania.
What's interesting too is the numbers of people voting. It seems like way more people are voting.
Huge turnout, Joe.
Huge
turnout.
Huge
Gigantic.
turnout. What's the number?
I'll pull them up for you right
It was
now.
102 early.
Whoa. I didn't vote because I felt too
So,
many people were voting.
get this.
Isn't the early vote more than all of the vote from
No, it was
Yes.
some years?
Wait,
Oh,
yes,
some
that's what I was
years,
going to say. For Texas
How about
specifically,
you let him answer? This is the fucking
Okay.
expert. You're looking at me. Jamie's like, no.
This is not that bad, all right? So we got this set up now.
Texas passed the total number of votes.
I am
in their
again. I am watching
voting
CNN,
in their mail-in
and
vote.
I am listening
They
to the Joe
surpassed
Rogan
their
live.
2016
And I'm gonna fix
total
that to
in
where
just
you're not
mail-in
hearing all this stuff either.
That is
Where did you
But
vote?
we're just starting off right now. All right, I'm on the West Coast. It is only 6 o'clock. And we've got a lot of discussing and drinking to do for the rest of the day. I'm just leave it at that, and we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna leave you alone with the serene sounds of Joe Rogan. Hope I don't get sued. Actually, I hope I do get sued. That means I'm doing something
I
right.
didn't vote to
But you might not see me here in a second, and then I'll come back, and then we'll do this whole fucking show as it goes. But I'm extremely excited to be live right now, and I'm really excited you guys are here listening to me, even though I'm pretty sure no one is listening to me, which is actually exactly what I wanted to do, because I'm going to get fucking drunk and say a bunch of ridiculous things that I probably should not be saying on camera. But you know, fuck it. It is what it is.
I'll continue to do
We do what
that.
we do.
I think he's been
You know?
effectively governed as an establishment Republican with tax cuts for the wealthy and continuing the wars. And to me, you're done. I have no interest in more tax cuts for the rich. I have no interest in continued wars. I have no interest in deregulation and stuff like that. For Biden, my political awakening came with the Iraq War in 2003, when we basically were lied into a war and we continued that illegal war. And he was one of the guys who voted for it. And listen, I truly believe that everybody who voted for that Iraq war should be in prison. I think they're all war criminals. It was an illegal war, even according to the UN. And over 200,000 innocent civilians are dead. So basically, I couldn't bring myself to do it because that was the most foundational thing that happened when I was growing up, getting involved in politics. And I just can't look past that. That's not a little thing to me. So now, if you want me to give you my breakdown of the candidates, do I think overall Joe Biden is a lesser evil? I do, because Joe Biden's going to get us back in the Iran deal. Joe Biden's going to get us back in the Paris Climate Agreement, and those things I think are really important. But I just couldn't bring myself to pull the lever, especially because I live in New York, and New York's a safe state anyway. It's not like my vote matters. But I just couldn't bring myself to do it, man. Just couldn't do it.
Do you take heat for that?
I didn't disclose what I was going to do yet until right now, and so
I
now
know
I'm
you
saying it.
disclosed that you weren't going to vote for Biden. People were already giving you heat for that.
Yeah, well, I said that right after the primary when the feelings were raw with Bernie getting screwed again. So that's why I said it
Bernie
then.
just take that lane down.
Listen,
Is he that nice of a guy?
he really likes Joe Biden, number one. Number two, I think he really buys into the lesser evil framework where he thinks have to. I'm going to go with the guy who's, better on more of the things that I agree. Like, for example, Biden has signed up for doing Bernie Sanders' living wage idea, $15 minimum wage. And so, Bernie takes that and he goes, okay, this is enough for me to go out there and push you and make an argument for you. Now, will Biden actually do that? I don't know. I hope he will. I have no idea if he actually will, okay?
What are the arguments against that?
Well, people say, oh, it's going to lead to an increase in unemployment because small businesses can't afford to, pay for it, especially at a time like right now with COVID where small businesses are having a hard time staying open either way. But if,
Well, there's also arguments that these are jobs for young people that perhaps still work at home.
the data doesn't bear that out, though. There's plenty of people who work full-time and they make a minimum wage.
But you don't want people that are making the fillet of fish complacent. Like you want them working, and they
on
need.
edge.
Listen, they need to know they're a steak. Whitney Cummings just texted me. She's like, "I can't believe you guys are eating fillet of fish." It's like, shut up. She yelled at me for not voting. She said it's gonna be bad for my
Tell
career.
her I said
Yeah.
thank you because she's backing up my fillet of fish argument.
She said it would be bad for my career if I don't vote. She goes, do you want to be the person in 2020 who didn't vote? And I said, yes.
I mean, listen,
care.
it is what it is. You live in California, right?
I live in California. It's not a swing state.
Are you registered to vote there or no?
I don't know. My business manager called me and goes, should we register you to vote? I said, I'm trying to get my license back. I got a suspended license in New York. They're trying to put me in jail. Let's focus on that, and then we'll get to voting. We'll get to voting in 3 or 4 months.
Tim used to sell subprime mortgages.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
So
And
It was part of the problem.
my living
he was
taken
coked
from
out of his
me
mind and
by an authoritarian government who took me and a lot of men from Long Island who were trying to help people realize the American dream were unfairly painted as criminals just because we were expanding people's ability to get credit. Sorry, I wanted everyone to have a pool,
yeah.
A lot of people
So
don't get that perspective. I'm glad you
and
brought that up.
I'm here to give it.
you started out selling subprime mortgages.
Yes.
I started out selling cars,
Oh wow!
and I as well was also on many substances
that's so
as
funny.
I was doing it.
That's so. Were you good? What kind of cars were you selling?
I was selling Chevys, and
were you like a good?
Okay, so
salesman?
No,
back
because
on the video.
I'm too.
Now
nice
I'm trying to
and
get the
I
second
don't give a
camera
fuck
set
if the
up
person
too.
buys the car or
Doing
not.
this
Yeah,
all
so
again
I-
live because I find
Like,
it very
I'm
hilarious.
too honest. What I was gonna say is I was probably
Here we
the
go.
number one consumer of Four Loko back when it was the original.
Okay, well you
Four
needed
Loko,
stronger drugs.
which is
that
that's
clearly
good
did
It's
cause.
fucking it's cocaine in a can. Are you kidding me?
That's not really a drug. We were doing cocaine off our desk.
If I had
Okay.
that, I probably would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
But Four Loko was taken off the shelves because people were having fucking
Listen,
heart
buddy,
attacks and shit.
we were doing lines of blow off our desk and then taking people's 1040s with whiteout and getting deals done.
Jamie's just motioned to me to get you guys try to not talk over each other.
Oh, shit.
I
My bad.
apologize,
Very
Jamie.
rough.
Kyle's moving into your camera as well.
Oh,
that as well.
I keep doing that. I'm sorry. Let me
Okay.
scoot this way more.
You
Have
need-
I been doing
we
that
need-
the whole
We
time?
need to learn sign language. Both of us do.
I know how to spell it, but it takes too long.
Dude, the sign language interpreters are so out of control
Do you
now.
remember the
They're
one,
so
the
extra.
fake one next to
That
Obama?
was hilarious.
He had no idea what he was doing. He was just doing a bunch of TikTok moves, and the guy got 3 inches away from Obama. That's insane.
Unbelievable.
It shows you how fucking poorly managed a lot of those situations are, where like such poor security, poor planning. You have a fucking guy you don't even know.
Stand
whether or not
President
he's-
of the United States.
How long, I want to know how long he was doing that too before people.
It was a
will
while.
Actually, sign or like, hey, what is that? What is this craziness?
By the way, that shows how important confidence is, because the person started doing it just really confidently, like they belong there,
Yeah.
and that was enough for everybody to be like, I guess that person belongs there.
All of the people now, it's disgusting what they do. They're very big and everything, and it's like, we get it, but you're distracted, because most people can hear. So what you're doing is you're distracting. For me, I'm trying to listen to the message. It's very distracting to have somebody who's very like over the top doing it, and that's true.
I get it.
Deaf people, for the most part, are very rude.
There was a ruling today about Gavin Newsom. There was a ruling about Gavin Newsom that is like something about his using unconstitutional policies. Yeah, he's a
Hopefully this is gonna work out
right
too.
now in California.
I don't really know how to level my guests
looks
unless
like
the
the
guests are really
sleaziest
here.
car
So
salesman on the
I'm
planet.
gonna try my best.
Well, he looks like a guy who should be president. Like he looks like a
In a
president.
movie.
Yeah.
In a movie, maybe.
He looks like a president. He sounds like a president.
He's a good-looking dude.
Judge rules to limit California governor's powers in mid-pandemic, and he's out of fucking control.
He's out of his
Well,
mind.
it's amazing how much money people are losing too, like Disneyland. Disneyland
I feel
is
like
losing some
this is gonna work.
insane
And I
number
feel like you
of
can't really
millions
see
of dollars a day.
all the junk on the fucking floor here, so
The
we're
order
gonna make
prevents
that
Gavin
fucking
Newsom
work.
from
That's fine.
exercising any power under California Emergency Services Act, which amends, alters, or changes existing statutory law or makes new statutory
back.
law or legislative
Here we go
policy.
again.
The
I am
judge
watching
determined that
the
California
CNN
Emergency
live
Services
results
Act
as they come
itself
in. It
was
is
constitutional, but noted that it
by
does
the
not
celebration on the
permit the
faces of the
governor
CNN
to
crew.
amend
I'm
statutes
pretty
or
sure
make
that
new
Biden's probably gonna
statutes.
win this thing.
That's what I've been saying the whole
But
time.
I still
This
find it
guy is an
hilarious that this
autocrat.
is like
The
the
governor does
to-do
not
all
have the
of this
power
year.
or authority to
It has
assume
been-
the legislator's
Let me
role
fucking mute this
of
shit.
creating legislative policy and enactments.
It has been one hell of a fucking year. I mean, we can all agree on that one, right? There has been, well, the COVID, obviously. There have been shutdowns. There have been layoffs. There have been people who are poor. The people are losing their homes. There have been hurricanes. There's been earthquakes. There almost hasn't been too much that hasn't happened this year. I mean, all we're missing right now is aliens and monsters coming out of the fucking sea. And here we are, just dealing with this shit like it's fucking normal. I guess that's how we have to do things in 2020, and I can't wait for this fucking year to be fucking over. This is the last fucking hurrah of it, to be honest with you. Hopefully after this, it's just Thanksgiving, and then Christmas, and then fucking, hopefully, New Year's. It doesn't reset back to 2020 like some weird Freaky Friday fucking revisit. And again, here we go, trying to start this thing up. I really hope that people can see me. I'm not really sure people can see me. I did a test run earlier, and I thought people could see me, but that's how it is right now. As I continue to fix things on, we're going to go back to Joe Rogan Live, because he seems to be the only person that makes any real common sense this whole year, which is kind of sad in itself.
Our favorite website, Snopes, says this is false.
Yeah, that's like
Fuck
some
Snopes.
that's like
Dude,
some
Snopes
fucking
is
some
CIA
Facebook meme or some
propaganda.
shit, Joe.
I
That's
saw
what
it
that
on
is.
Fox. No, don't say that unless you're
Hold
sure.
on.
Jamie's wrong all the time with this stuff because he only Googles these lefty, liberal fake news sites.
Snopes.
Snopes is a fake news site. They get busted all the time for fake news. Very biased, by the way.
Oh,
The
yeah?
guy who
Are
runs
you hungry? I'm
Snopes,
about to get
like
some food.
he's a huge Democrat. Like the whole organization is heavily left leaning.
But wait, that didn't set the alarms off to you.
All right,
to,
so I'm
oh,
going
you
to mute
can't
this
sing.
again,
What fucking
reiterate one more
comedy?
time. I'm trying my best to make sure I've set this thing up correctly and the right way. But it is pandemonium here, November fucking 3rd, 2020. All things are fucking up in the open. The way it's looking like it's Biden's probably going to win. But will that really fix the problems that we have here in this country? I fucking doubt it. God damn it. Now I'm joined by my fucking guest, Cameron over here. Cameron, get the fuck on in here, bro. Come on in, bro. Don't worry about it. No one's watching this channel because no one knows who the fuck I am, which is awesome. I'm going to add you on here. Boom. There you go. Look at that. That's not going to work. There you go. Let's chroma key that shit up real quick. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. All right.
Should have brought my sunglasses.
So again, I forgot how to do that too. Do a switch with it. But I picked the most serene background I possibly could, Cameron. All right. I like try to be as peaceful as possible. I know it might seem like I'm looking like I'm trying to be godlike, and I am not. I am just trying to do something to where no one gets angry. Right. I try to pick colors that. Well, now I realize it's a lot of red, but it's not too much red. All right, it's kind of a fuchsia, if you will. So if you are reading too much into it, just because you're reading too much into it, and then I got my buddy Cameron here, and I figure we'll make things kind of work out the best we can. Super interesting. I need more lights on your side, but we'll figure that out some other fucking time. I don't really care right now. It's just a live fucking run of everything.
You just need to go full blown halogen instead
I don't.
You need people. You need the authorities to be thinking you're growing weed in here, and instead you're just doing a podcast.
I thought these were pretty fucking bright, man. I'm like, I'm usually the guy. I'm usually the guy. See, I gotta figure out a way to fucking switch that with just one hand. I'm usually the guy that talks about more lights. Like the more lights, the better. And then
brighter lights, not more. But extreme.
You say that, man. But behind that filter right there is like one of these big motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That's not bright enough. Is that what you're telling me?
I mean, yeah.
It's fuck. Oh well, you're right. It is only 37. No, it's 3,700 lumens, so it could be higher. It could be 5,500. Yeah, but that's how it's going right now. Just pretty much just going through the night. Again, CNN seems very, very excited about what's happening. I'm listening to the Joe Rogan podcast while doing this live. It is very, very fucking early, and then we'll see how it goes. I figure a way to fucking switch that a lot bit easier, which I probably can. Hold on. I should just add a scene.
People like have them next to each other in one your way and one this way a little bit.
Dude, if you've not seen by how scattered all the junk is on this thing, I've been like trying to throw everything together in like the last 3 hours. I went to Best Buy earlier just to buy a cable to make one of these fucking things work. So it is what it is. You just gotta deal with me for a second.